right, we're doing GED prepping for multiplying and dividing of decimals. So we were working on all of this page up here. We've gotten through these 2 word problems. We've got 3 more to go. So let's go ahead and get started here with this question. So Armando drove 278.7 miles over a 3-day period. On average, how many miles did he drive each day? So if we're trying to figure out each day, we are going to be having to do a division problem. So the bigger number, this number right here, is going to be in your division. So when you're looking at this, you can see that the division symbol is right there. It's going to go, top dog goes in the doghouse. So the big number is going to go over here, and your smaller number is going to go over here on the outside. And let's get started with that. So we're going to put our decimal where it belongs, which is going to be right here. So we're going to just put it right above so we know it's there. And we're going to start doing our problem. Now we can't go into 2. 3 can't go into 2, but it can go into 27. It can go in 9 times. So that's going to be 27, nice and even. 27 minus 27 is 0. And then we're going to bring the 8 down. Now 3 can go into 8 twice. Can't go in any more than that because it would go over. So that's going to be 6. And then that's going to leave me with 8 minus 6, which is 2. And then we're going to bring that 7 down. So it's 92 point something. And then 3 goes into 27 again 9 times, which will make it nice and even. And 27 minus 27 is 0. So 92.9 is your correct answer. And we see 92.9 as option C. Now we're going to go ahead. This next portion, next 2 questions actually deals with this table up here. So we're going to look at the box of Toasted Oats cereal, which is priced at $4.94. What's the cost per serving? So we're looking at Toasted Oats. We have a weight, but we don't really care about that. We're talking about the servings here. So there's 19 servings in a box, and if each one of them is each box is $4.94, we want to know how many total. So we're going to actually do another division problem. So again, bigger number. In this case, like the bigger digits, there's 3 digits here, not bigger number. But there's 3 digits here. This number is the total cost, so that's going to be inside the doghouse. Our 19 is going to be the outside of the doghouse. We're going to put our decimal where it belongs, right here. And now we can't do 19 into 4 because that's not going to happen, right? So it's 0. So we can't do anything with that. That's going to be 4. So now we're going to bring this 9 down and see what happens. And how many times can 19 go into 49? So how you want to do that when you're looking at these, again, if you're talking about numbers that you're maybe not too familiar with, you might want to do some estimating. It's totally up to you. But if you think about this, if this was like 20, and let's round this to 50, then you'd only be able to go in 2 times, and that's it. So what we're going to do is see what happens. If I multiply this times 2, you're going to get 18. Carry the 1. This is going to be 2. This is going to be 38. If I did 1 more, that's going to be too much. It's going to go over. So 2 is going to be the magical number that we're going to go ahead with. It's going to be 38. And then we're going to subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. 4 minus 3 is also 1. We're going to move this 4 down here. So now we're at 114. So again, you could choose to do this just like I did with the last one. Estimate this as 20. Estimate this as whatever you want. I mean, 110 would be rounded, 120. I mean, again, we're trying to do an idea. We're trying to figure this out. So I'm going to say 120. And I'm thinking, okay, so 5 times 20 would be 100. 6 times 20 would be 120. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go with 6. We'll try 6 and see how that goes. So 19 times 6. 9 times 6 is 54. Carry that 5. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus the 5 is going to be 114. So that perfectly goes in. So 6 is my answer there for that. And that leaves me with a 0 remainder. And there you go, 0.26. So if we look at our options, you can see C is on there at 0.26. And then the last question, Lee bought 4 boxes of honey mix cereal. How many ounces of cereal did she buy? So 4 boxes of the honey mix, which is 12.5 ounces. So we're going to do a quick multiplication there to find out how much that is. So 12.5 times 4, nice and simple. And there's 1 digit after that 5. That 5 is the only 1 digit after the decimal. There's no decimal here. So we're going to move that decimal one spot at the end. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry that 2. We do the multiplication. 2 times 4 is 8. Add that 2, which is 10. Carry the 1 over. And 1 times 4 is 4. Plus that is 5. We're going to move that one decimal place. We start at the end. We move it one decimal place over. That is 50.0. And we look at that. B is our answer. If you want more questions like these, find them on my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at U1 Algebra. All of these are going to be located in the GED playlist. And don't forget, like, share, and follow me for more.